think that's working again. Yes. Excellent, excellent. Alright. I'm going to try and start the ads right away rather than waiting for them to condense, and I hope that works. So, bear with me. Okay, let's hope that did something. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. If you're not aware, this is something that I usually do if this is your first time watching the stream, where I'll do a little pre-roll ad at the very start of the video so that nobody has to miss out on gameplay if they're coming to join me live. If you don't want to hear my little pre-game spiel and want to jump right into the gameplay, go ahead and skip 2 minutes and 30 seconds ahead in the video, or when this splash screen goes down, if you're scrubbing through the video, and you'll be able to jump right in. If you're sticking around to stay, thank you very much for doing so. If you're watching on YouTube, as this is a VOD, then I would very much appreciate your subscription. If this sort of long-form reposted content is something you enjoy, helps out a lot. And more importantly than that, I would love to have your follow on Twitch so that you can come hang out with me live. I actually do this for fun, not for getting popular or making money or anything, so if you feel like coming to hang out, it would be greatly appreciated. How do we... I think I can turn that ads off. There we go. Stream manager... I'm still really struggling with the ads, so it's kind of a pain in the butt to be able to manage them. If you're coming in, or if I'm a little more disjointed with this morning's introduction, I'm sorry about that. I'm really trying to stop struggling with the ads, and I have to experiment with that a little bit every day to get good with it. That being said, as I mentioned, I would love to have you here on Twitch with me. It's great to have people to hang out with. If you're having trouble finding me online, then by all means, please join the Discord. There is a link in both bios for Twitch and on YouTube. Just make sure that you're signed into Discord before you click it so that you can actually be taken to the join page. We've run into that problem before. Let's see, anything else? Actually, not that I can think of. I mean, the Discord is fun. You get to have a say in what I do and how I do it and when. So if that's your sort of thing, you can also come arrange if you want to play with me. Either on or off stream. Both perfectly valid. I don't want to exclude anyone because of that. If you're a little camera shy, so to speak. So yeah, I mean, come enjoy yourself. Have a good time. I think that about covers it, hopefully. I'm really not sure. The ads are being a pain in the butt today. Yeah, close enough. Okay. So with that, we're going to jump right into the gameplay. We'll disable the pre-roll GIF again. And if you watched the last episode, you'll know that we had a little bit of a slip-up with one of my mods. It decided to glitch out on me, which is not unusual for it, unfortunately, when it comes to deployables and some animals and things. It's extra frustrating too because my RPG mouse isn't working to select the individual items based on the button that I push right now. Super frustrating. But I do need them all on the hotbar anyway because I hate menuing to switch. That is a massive issue for me, is just the menuing in this game. So we have a couple of things that we need to do right away. First up, I want to go down to the grow beds down here, and I want to plant these spirals. The spiral plant clippings, because those will be tremendously useful. Not having to go out and get them is going to be such a nice thing. I think I'm actually going to build another exterior grow bed. If we do this, then we can have more food down here. And that will be a nice thing to do. I'm not actually sure if I have food growing out here. I mean, these technically count as food, but more than anything, I just need them here for like batteries and grow beds. Or batteries and aerogel is what I'm trying to say. Now, we do need to pick up some food and water, because I am starting to desperately run low on both. And those spiral plant clippings will come in very handy, since with them I will be able to get a filtration system up and running. A water filtration system. I'll have to actually set up a little bit more power too, because it is unfortunately heavy on the energy drain. So we're going to try and set that up as well. First and foremost though, we need to eat, and I'm going to have to expand the base a little bit. It's unfortunately kind of weak at the moment, and that means it will blow up if I'm not careful. I mean, it won't actually blow up, but it will start developing holes, and that's a massive pain to fix. The whole base floods, and then I have to go around and find the weak points. It's just not really a good time. Peepers. I think I'll save the peepers for the moment, but I am going to cook these other things. I did learn something interesting too. When those lights flicker, that's not a glitch. That's not saying that there's an issue with lighting. It's saying that you're consuming more power than you're generating. It's a little sign to let you know that, hey, you're going to run out of power at this rate. So we're going to try and fix that. There's really not much I can do about power at the moment. I have not a lot to generate power, actually. Oh, I have a bioreactor. That would work. Wiring kit and lubricant, that's pretty easy. I think I'll probably put it this way and then have a little glass door here. Yeah, that would work. I just gotta rotate you. There we go. Titanium. I need wiring kit. So silver and lubricant. I'll have to go out and get some. But I did put the little generator thingy right here, the little grow bed, so I can just grab some. Makes it nice and easy, thankfully enough. I think I actually put this in kind of a weird space. I usually like to try and have whatchamacallit, the moon pool over that area so that the prawn suit has a place to land. But we don't have that land available to us at the moment, so we're going to have to come up with something else. A different plan to get it to work. Glass door too. It's not saying how sturdy my base is, which is unfortunate. I may actually also build another solar panel real quick. No, I need quartz. And unfortunately, I think I'm out of quartz. Yeah, I am. Okay. So we're not going to worry about that for the moment. We are, however, going to go and get some more of these. I can do 2 slices each to harvest seeds and then still pick them up. It's an excellent way to propagate them without burning through your supplies. So we're going to go throw these into the generator, which will help with our power situation. And I don't want to put too many of these in here at the moment, because the way the power system in Subnautica works is if you install power to a base, it will use the power systems in order of installation before it starts burning through things. So right now, this is going to be generating power, but it's just going to be like a giant reserve, meaning it won't actually burn fuel if the only energy we're using through the day is coming from solar panels. And that's great for not having to micromanage your base fuel. So we're going to just kind of look for some more quartz real quickly and get some resources. I should have done this at the end of last episode, and I didn't, which was not tremendously smart of me. A lot of what I want right now is going to be quartz. And quartz is just kind of everywhere. There's no specific place you can find lots of it, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. But that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. We need to go down anyway because we need to get Alan again. He is back where we found him last time. Unfortunately, I forgot to save after getting him, so I need to go do that. We crashed as a result of the hotbar glitch. What the heck? Oh, you jerk. Go away. He was completely silent. I know I was talking so you couldn't really hear him, but he was completely silent. What a jerk. That one at least growled at me. Anyway, let's continue down. We're going to pick up a little bit more oxygen here. We've actually managed to get a good bunch of resources, and our base is filling out super nicely right now. There are a couple of other things that we need to do though. So aside from just resource gathering, what I want to do is head down to, I think it's the Phi Research Lab, which is always kind of a pain to get to, but once we get there we'll be able to start looking for the prawn suit pieces. And I mean, the prawn suit is not immediately necessary anyway. It's just kind of a fun thing to have. Plus, unfortunately, one of the sections where it is unfortunately... Can I just parkour up here? No, they put walls up. What a bunch of jerks. One of the sections where the actual pieces are... Oh, hey, Doug. Welcome back. How you doing? I didn't expect to see you tonight. I thought you were with your friend. But I'm doing all right. Thank you very much for asking. Congratulations on that friend, by the way. I don't know if you saw the message. Okay. Well, thank you so much for stopping in to say hi. I always appreciate that. It's nice that you could spend what time you had with me. I am grateful for it. And I hope you've been having an excellent time with your friend. I don't remember what I was just talking about. I have completely forgotten. I train of thoughts slipped my mind when you joined, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, congratulations. For what it's worth, I hope you're able to make many more as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I'm having to redo this part. Last time the error happened with my mods, and I ended up losing a bunch of progress because I had to reset. we're going to remember to save after this. And, oh, the other thing I was talking about was the prawn suit isn't immediately necessary, but there is a section where the prawn suit pieces are stored that... Yeah, it was the penguin thing, Doug. But the section where the prawn suit pieces are stored isn't accessible by sea truck. There's like a very narrow opening that the sea truck won't fit through no matter how you try. So we have to kind of figure it out this way instead. We're doing our best. Also, even if it did crash the game, I'm glad I got to show you the penguins. Those things are freaky. The beaks on the top of their head that open up full of teeth. Okay, well, thank you, Doug. I appreciate you checking in. I hope you have a good night. And hopefully see you tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you very much. Let's see here. Up we go. Down we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, have fun at rock climbing too, and then maybe I'll see you Thursday. We'll see. Either way, I wish you well in all your endeavors. Yeah, see you Thursday. Bye-bye. Alright. How do I get out of this cave? This way. So, next thing I need to do... Actually, you know what? While I'm down here... Maybe I can get some more resources from here. There's probably going to be a few easy things I can grab just along the surface. It looks like diamond. I don't need tons of diamonds, but I have tons of diamonds right now. So I'm pretty good on those. I think if I could get a little bit more copper, though, in addition to any quartz I can find, that would be an excellent thing to have. Quartz, good. I'm pretty sure I need at least 2 for a door. And 2 more for a solar panel. So we're going to keep looking for it on our way back up. Oh, there's some. Quartz. Quartz. It's more titanium. All right. I would love to find one more on the way up here. I'm just not sure where it's going to be. There we go. I will always be thankful for and never underestimate the usefulness of the air bladder. It is such a nice thing to have. Like, genuinely, I would not want to go anywhere without it. It's just that because of the way the hot slots work, it's really hard to keep it on and still be able to access everything else. And when you need it in a pinch, you need it on your hotbar. See, that's the thing. My first 5, like the ones built into the game, are working just fine. But for whatever reason, the rear 5 are being a pain in the butt. So that's unfortunate. But it does kind of work still, which is okay. We just need to choose a little more carefully how we do things. We're going to put this over here. Yeah, just like this. Actually, why is it sticking out this far? Oh well. No, Alan, I don't want to talk to you. Sea Trek Depth Upgrade Mark II. This is the thing that I was actually going out for last time, I think. Where do I get the rubies from? I have completely forgotten. I think maybe down where the sea prawn stuff is where I get rubies. That makes sense. Okay. I have to organize my stuff a little bit. So diamonds and diamonds, energy cubes in miscellaneous. Titanium I should have an actual spot for. I don't know why it's there. There we go. And I have a spot for copper. I think for now I'll put quartz into here. And the silver goes into gold, silver, lead. Oh. I forgot I cooked those and didn't eat them. So we're going to just put them into the bioreactor. And I need some more water, like, immediately. Let's see if I can't find any more of the spongy fish. I have one in my inventory, it looks like. I got 3. Never mind, we're good. I forgot I had grabbed a couple as I went. There we go. One more for the road. What the hell is this? It's interesting. I need to find a place for a moon pool too. Maybe I can put it like over here. That might work. It's not immediately necessary, but I am trying to think ahead. I will, however, put a compartment over there. Because one way or another, I am going to need a little bit more base durability. And I think this will be a good way to do it. So I'll put this here. Forgot I needed to actually grab some titanium. Have to build some water before I dehydrate. Speaking of, excellent time to take a sip of coffee too. Not that coffee is particularly hydrating, but it is helpful on days like this. I've actually been looking into getting a new spill-proof mug. I have a Contigo, but I've always found that it's frustrating to use. The lid, while it's functional, is very frustratingly difficult to clean. And I don't want that. I want something that's a lot easier to clean, even if it's not great for ease of use or looks. Why can't I rotate this? Oh well. I guess that's just the way it's gonna be. I need to find a new mod that'll let me rotate doors and ladders again. Oh, that's still growing, but we can almost take clippings from that. The gel sacks, let's expand these. I should look into making a heat knife too, a thermal blade. Because that will let me cook fish without needing to use power from my base. As long as I can catch up to them. Okay. And these should be... There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I still don't need those immediately, so I'm going to let them keep growing so that I just have a supply of them. I don't need tons, but I want a supply so I don't have to go looking for them again. If you remember from last episode, it was actually pretty frustrating locating them. For whatever reason, they are difficult to find at the best of times. And there's only one other place where they're actually, like, readily available, which, next time Nat's here, I would like to show her, because it is kind of a cool creature. And I'm not sure if she'd be scared of it or not, but it would be an interesting thing to get a reaction to it. That's all I'm really getting at. Alright, let's open this door, because I'm going to need that open. And then, moon pool. See, it's kind of blocked in over there. I can't just place it. Because the rock here that I specifically chose is going to get in the way of it. Can I maybe put it up above the rock? I can. I just don't know if that would be smart. So maybe instead we'll do this. Yeah. And then I should be able to put this up here. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Two titanium ingots, lubricant, and lead ×2. I don't have lead. I'm gonna have to go look for some. Also, as a result, I probably should turn this into like a T-junction. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Because I don't think I'm gonna be going backwards. Actually, I might. No, I won't be. Okay. Could I instead... See, here's the real problem with the setup here, right? Is I want to be able to have a little platform in order to get my sea prawn out once I get it. My prawn suit. And I can, or I should be able to, like, drop some of these support platforms, these ones, right down here, which should help tremendously. As long as they will, you know, lock in with the base here. Maybe like right over, I can't do it there. Maybe like right here-ish? Yeah. Maybe a little more to the left. Right about there. And then I can probably put in another one here, but I'm gonna need to lock that in first. Okay. I'm not going to super worry about this at the moment. Like, it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna store these in here for the moment. What is a huge deal is my resources are still super low, and that's it. Extremely frustrating. So let's see about getting that water purifier running. Titanium, copper, aerogel. And I can put it in the same section today, which is excellent. Titanium ×3, copper, aerogel. copper wire. And then I need to check the advanced materials. I think it's just spiral clippings and... Oh no, it's the ruby. Okay. I don't have any. They're already in the bioreactor. I'm sorry. Hi, Grim. Thanks for joining. How you doing? Having a good day today? Apparently someone's in a blasting mood. I need food first. How are you doing? Having a good day? Anything fun and exciting happening? Did you get to go sit on the porch with your coffee? Enjoy fall weather rather than melting? Just vibing. Oh, cool. Well, thank you. I appreciate you stopping in. You probably saw on Discord, Doug couldn't stick around today either. She made a friend, so I'm just vibing on my lonesome. But I appreciate you making what time for me you had. Plus, cat food is important. Fair enough. It should be coming soon, though, right? Because it's already a little more than halfway through September. Wake me up when September ends. Okay, I got some salt. I need a little bit more. I gotta preserve some food. Well, I know you are looking forward to the fall, though, because I don't want it. It becomes entirely too cold to function up here. But it sounds like it's quite nice down where you are. In the fall, not necessarily in the summer. The 87 degrees is a little much. Just a tad. Toast! I love toast! Whee! That went high. Holy cow. You don't like toast? How can you not like toast? Everyone likes toast. Toast is good. What do I have here? Modules. I can't make any. Oh, I can make the docking module. And the fabricator. And the scanner. Which means these two are probably still down at the bottom, and that one's yet to be scanned. Carbs in your ass is fat enough. Fair enough. I mean, I have no idea. You refused to do squats the other day on cam, so we have no idea how big your yam is. Oh, I didn't actually grab food. I grabbed water. That emote is a little too small on my chat box for me to see, but I'm going to assume it is outraged. Get over here. Get over here. There we go. Oh, little guy holding up a rose. Got it. Okay, okay. I thought mine was funnier. Outrage! Or to quote my favorite, or one of my favorite sayings from Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged, Brooklyn Rage! Brooklyn Rage! I should go watch some of the new episodes. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen it. My friend and I used to watch it together all the time. Ice Cat Brad, the guy that stops in, we would be able to spend just hours hanging out together, goofing off. We were actually talking the other day about... sorry. We were talking the other day about memories of when we were kids, and I don't know if you ever had the chance to play the first Mario Party game on Nintendo 64, but they didn't really think about the minigames that they put in, so every single one of them was the type that needed you to rotate the joystick. And the fastest way we found to do it was to just stick our palm on the joystick and use the soft part in the middle to rotate it around in a circle. And we'd play Mario Party for hours and hours on end, meaning in the morning we would have blisters that had gone black from how much we had abused that certain section of our palm using the joystick. It was not great. We were in rough shape. But it did turn into good memories. We still are able to laugh about it, which is nice. Lead. More titanium. There we go. You go into miscellaneous. Quartz. Silver goes in here. And then I need to make a little food and water again. Okie dokie artichoke, gotta hit the store. I will hopefully be able to pop in before you get off. P.S. I never played Mario Party, not a huge Nintendo nerd. You don't have to be a huge Nintendo nerd to play Mario Party. He was actually asking if we could, if I ever got a capture card, if we could play Mario Party together on stream. And I'd like to, but logistically, I just don't have the cable management to do it. I'm kind of out of USB slots already. I don't have another mic I can plug in for. Plus, there is the matter of the capture card, which would be expensive. But I won't hold you up. Thank you for hanging around. I hope I can see you again before I get off stream. And have a good time getting cat food. I need to make a few more of these. One, two slice? Two slices is fine. There we go. Plant the seeds. Because I just need one more battery so that I can make myself a thermal blade, because if I'm going to go out to this facility, I will need to be able to keep myself alive in the process. That's usually helpful. And I don't remember if I found all the pieces for a fabricator, a fabrication module. It'd be great if I did. There we go, thermal blade. Have another sip of coffee while I'm at it. Okay, good. Let's check my blueprints. So sea truck, docking module, scanning module. Oh, I do have plasteel, lead, and computer chip. I need a little bit more lead. Let's go work on that. There should be some not too far in, or not too far out from my base, I mean. I think it's galena ore? Yeah. I was gonna say gallantite, but that's not the name of the mineral at all. And I have to ban this bot. One moment. There we go. Feels like it's been a while since I've had bots coming in to advertise viewers. Which, you know, I will not be sad about. I will consider that a blessing that I have had such good fortune with friends coming to hang out in the meantime. Rather than being upset about not having people here today, or having a couple of slow days, because they do happen, I am happier that they are here when they can be. I mean, really, I just had two friends who are busy with their day-to-day lives come and stop in to say hi in spite of the fact that they are busy. And how can I be upset about that? It's very kind of them to want to at least stop in and say hi. I am, after all, a very bored and lonely fellow. That's why I do the streaming to begin with. Actually, come to think of it... Okay, I was just checking when the next ad break was coming up because I didn't know how far away it was. I'm gonna go up to the surface for some air first. And then we'll go back down because I think somewhere down here is... the one of the pieces of alien tech. At least I think I can get to it from here. Ooh, laser cutter frag. I'm going to need this. I am absolutely going to need this. Argentite is silver. I like these things, they're funny. Spinnerfish. I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna eat it. Where are we going? Okay. I'm still looking for a little bit more lead. There we go. Because with this, I can make the fabricator module, and that will make any voyage out a little bit easier to manage. I don't need the salt. Salt is good for preserving food, but I don't like that thing. He freezes me in place. Salt is good for preserving food, but when you have a thermoblade, it becomes really irrelevant, since you can just go slice something and have cooked food. You don't need to preserve it. Alright. So we're getting back to the sea truck. Because I want to create that new module. I should have everything I need in there. How much titanium do I have? That should be enough to make the titanium ingot first. Because it's plasteel, which means lithium. I should have some here. Good. And then I'll need the computer chip, table coral. I should have some over here. Oh, I guess I don't have table coral. What the heck? All right then. I mean, thankfully I don't have to go too far for table coral based on where I build my base, but it is still kind of annoying when I run out. Do you mind, you stupid shark? Where'd you go? Get out of here. Don't make me come back with a sea truck. So we're gonna fill up on these, get a good couple, and then hopefully I won't have to come back down for more for a while. You stupid shark. You know what? No. You have bit me for the last time, you butt. Get over here. Get over here! There. That'll teach you. That'll learn you. Honestly, with such a departure this game took from the original, I'm kind of surprised they didn't just give us weapons. Because they did go a little bit nuts with it. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. My first aid kit isn't firing either. Okay. Anyway. Just gonna take a sip of coffee here. Okay, good. So I need the table coral and copper wire and gold. I'll put these away. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's titanium. Miscellaneous. I'll put these away in here. I only need 2. Pick up the copper wire. I can drop these off. Oh, and the copper, I have 1 too many. I need lead, the other 2, and 1 gold. There we go. And now we're going to go back our sea truck out of here. Because we need to stick the new module onto it. Once it's made, of course. I don't think anyone expected that we would stick it on before it was made. What else can I make? The docking module. Which isn't super necessary at the moment either. It might be fun to make it though. And I will need one eventually. Let's see. Sea truck fabricator, scanner, storage module. Docking module. Advanced wiring kit. Lead, plasteel. I would have to go get more lead, and I don't want to do that at this very moment, so we will not. Oh yeah, I was going to make some more solar panels too. So we're going to go do that. Maybe like 2 more? 2 more will probably be okay. Very simple. We just need... Actually, is it 1 copper or is it 2 copper? I know it's 2 quartz. 2 quartz, 2 titanium, and copper. Okay. So 2 of those and 4 of these. Good. And before I do this, I want to disconnect the large generator over here, the biogenerator. Which means we just go... What do you mean deconstruct the attached components first? Is it this thing? I don't think so. Oh, I guess so. Okay, well, whatever. That's interesting. I don't even know why I'm coming all the way out here to go up, but I did. Anyway. All 4 solar panels should be working now, I do believe. Just gotta look for, yep, the 4 lines. Excellent. My little laser grid beaming power in. You know, I remember reading sometime, was it last year? Sometime within the last couple of years, that actually made great strides in terms of beaming power to places using radio waves, or maybe it was electrical waves, which was really interesting. Because what it means is if we progress that technology, then we could theoretically open up primitive Dyson sphere technology, where we, in real life, mind you, are able to have solar farms set up in space orbiting the planet, and the solar panels would then just beam whatever energy they made down to the surface in order to generate power. No long cables, no slowing the rotation of the Earth, nothing like that. And I thought that was tremendously cool. I don't know if it'll ever come to fruition, but it is a neat thought. Alright, that should be enough. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put 4 of these in here just to kind of even things out. Oh! It retained its food. That's awesome. Okay. It doesn't usually do that. It usually destroys the inventory. Or at least it did in the first game. So that's neat. Anything else that I want to bring with me? Not necessarily. I am going to try and rebuild this. Just so I don't have all of these items on me. The aerogel will require a ruby though. Okay. So I think we are in relatively good shape to go and try to get the prawn suit and some rubies. I like that pun. The spinning fish may turn my stomach. Let me replace my battery in here first. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, good. And I have some water. I don't need that silver or that salt. I'm going to leave it behind. Miscellaneous silver, salt. There we go. Silver goes in here. And then, what did I put in here again? Some gel sacks, that's right. Okay. Now there's 2 ways we can actually get into this facility that I want to get to. One is by circling around the outside of the base and finding the doors, which is always kind of a pain in the butt. And the other is if we go down through the rocks over here, which is also a pain in the butt, but probably less so, because I know it will lead into the facility, which is where we need to go. That's just a sea truck fragment, I don't need that. Do you mind? I'm gonna have to make these guys extinct just to keep functioning, I swear. I don't like killing these things, but when they do this, it's like, what are you expecting to happen? Okay. Oh, I haven't saved in a while. I'm gonna save right now. There we go. I just realized that, and that would not be a good thing. Because if I glitch out of there, I would be very, very upset. I mean, that's all gold, but I don't really need the gold right now. What else is down here? Galena? Grab that Galena. Titanium. Oh, I didn't even know there were diamonds here. Oh well. There is in one of these sections another alien device I have to scan. I'm just not sure where exactly. I could wait and it will eventually show up. It just... I don't think that's really worth waiting for. I will be finding it most likely as I'm just trying to explore these rocky crags. And completely by accident at that. I mean, it's not one of those things I will intentionally seek out, but I will likely find it, whether I want to or not. Because I am looking for another crack like the one we were just in. An opening with which to go down. Because all of these sections lead down somewhere. Either into the cave system that I want to get to for the research station, or into little thermal vents like that, or down towards the alien facility that I'm looking for. Or that would be nice to find. I'm not actually, like, actively looking for it. Okay, gotta remember to go upright, because I do not want to glitch again. Ah, here we go. Okay, well, this is a massive pain in the butt, but we can do it. And I'd like to make a... whatchamacallit. I'd like to make a beacon before I go down. Can I make a beacon? Is a good question. I can. Just a copper and a titanium. Okay. So we're going to go do that before we do anything else. Deployables. Here we go. Beacon. Excellent, excellent. Okay. So I can't get down with my ship, unfortunately. My sea truck will not fit through that opening. Which means we are doing kind of a risky thing, but not tremendously risky. They do expect you to find this by just free diving. So there will be plants we can restore our oxygen on as we go down. And honestly, if I can find one of the outcroppings here, there is a reserve with like a ton of lead, which I am greatly looking forward to finding. Let's see here. Moon pool. Already have the moon pool though. Would have been nice to know that without going for Mida. But that's how we did it, and we did just fine with it. Oh. Well, that's handy. This is the entrance I was looking for. Okay. In that case, we're going to put the beacon into a different hot slot, one that will not glitch me. Let's put it there. And we're going to put this like right here. good. Dig site entrance. Okay, good. Excellent, excellent. Whenever I come looking for this from the other side, I always look for it like way too deep down. Like at a ridiculous depth. Ooh, ruby. You bet I'll take that. So those little plants are really interesting things because they're nice that they're here, but they really only generate oxygen at the same level that you use it. So if you stick around, you should be able to stay alive, but that's about all you can do with it, is just barely stay alive. I'm going to actually put this over here. There we go. And now, quick escape. Excellent. How far away is that? 1,000 meters? Nah, we won't go for that one right now. See, these things, if they made one of these a leviathan, I would be significantly more terrified. Like, I would be scared of a leviathan, of that creature. But for whatever reason, they just made it a giant shrimp. And that seemed silly to me. It was such a lost opportunity. I know matching the Ghost Leviathan and the Reaper Leviathan is not an easy task by any means. It's still just a little bit surprising to me that it felt like they didn't put any effort into matching it. And that was kind of frustrating. Like, hey, let's give this giant shrimp with no cool distinguishing features or like bioluminescence. Let's make this thing the one that we're going to try and use to deter players from certain areas. And I don't know if that was done in response to people being like, no, this one is too scary, or what the case may be. But certainly not my favorite change they could have made. Like, certainly not. I'm just exploring in here a little bit. I think there is a good deposit of lead just in here. It's diamonds. I don't need the diamonds. Exploring this without a thermal suit is super risky. I don't know why I'm doing it. But I am. It's just diamonds. I don't need this. I have so many diamonds, I do not care about them anymore. Let's get back in. See, that's the thing that's risky. I didn't realize how tilted I was in the ship. And that's dangerous. Did you just die on the backside? You silly thing. I don't think there's anything particularly useful over there. Yeah, it's just boxes marking the way down. Okay. So down we go. I am going to drink a little bit here. There we go. And actually, we're going to save here too, just in case something weird and glitchy happens in the cave. I'm hoping it won't, but you never know. For whatever reason, every update they make to this game, they end up breaking more things and fixing none of them. And I don't know why. It felt like when they released Subnautica, just as Subnautica for the first time, they put so much time and effort and love and care into it. And then below 0, I'm not sure if it was meant to be streamer bait or what, but it never felt finished. It never felt polished. And, like, I totally understand. This was meant to be a DLC to the main game. It wasn't meant to be a standalone. Just the engine updates and things they had to make made it rather incompatible. And totally understandable. I get that. I'm not going to fault them for it. I just really wish it had been polished a little more. And I think that's a fair thing to say, is I wish it had been polished a little more before they released it. I don't want to be excessively negative about anything. I think everything has to have a nuanced angle to it to be reasonable as a thing to say. Because if you're not going to be reasonable, then it's not a good idea to speak. You have to have some empathy and some ability to see things from the other side, some willingness to try in order to have a conversation. Because people will say certain things and feel certain ways from their own personal experiences, and regardless of if they're right or wrong, they have the right to feel that way about things. And so discussing needs to have that sort of open-minded dialogue in order to function. Otherwise, communication just breaks down. And I am sad whenever that happens. Oh yeah, I need a laser cutter for that. Scanner room is good. I didn't even know it was down there, to be honest. Prawn suit fragment, good. Scanner room will actually be huge. I forgot there was even one in the game. I don't need that, actually. I already have one. I am really low on oxygen. This is not good. Where's that oxygen plant? There it is. Get back to me, oxygen plant. I need you. Give me. Give me this. Okay. So I do have just a touch more in my air bladder thingy, but I kind of burned a lot of my free oxygen looking around here, which means I need more plants very quickly. Grab that one. Are there any more not obvious ones? Okay. Headlamp. Yay, don't care. I will scan that later. For right now, I still need more oxygen. Like, desperately. I'm gonna have to bounce around between these two. I thought there was more oxygen plants back here. But apparently not. They are expecting you to somehow not die. There it is. Gimme. I can indeed, Mary. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? It's nice to have you here. This is bad. This is very bad. Oh no. Replenish your oxygen. Oh, this is not so good. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to have to immediately find my way back to that other oxygen plant. I'm glad to hear that. It's always nice to know you're having a good day. So what brought you in? Were you just looking for somebody to hang out with? Or were you looking for Subnautica in particular? Did the sultry sound of my coughing voice lure you? I don't know. Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you enjoy my particular brand of idiocy while we play. I am taking a lot of risky moves, which is not a smart thing to do at the moment. It's been alright. A little slow today. One of my friends that usually hangs out decided to go get some cat food. And another is a girl who made a new friend at school today. So she's been spending the afternoon with that new friend, which is wonderful. I'm super happy for her. And let's see, another went with a friend to get some cat food. So that's been that he is the husband of the friend that went to get cat food, so they are most likely together. And then some others are working. So, you know, life gets in the way. I have a group of friends that come hang out, but not a big enough audience to always have someone here, unfortunately. So it's been a little slow. I've just been chatting to myself. Nothing wrong with that, though. I don't know if you've ever heard the Midnight. They are a band that I like. But they have this concept to their music, which is an awareness of the passage of time. And one of their songs that they recently released within the last, I think month or two, had this lyric in it. The song was called Summer is Ending Soon. And I've been thinking about the lyrics a lot this way. But it says, you have to find a way to make some peace with how the story ends. And it's a very reasonable thing for me to hear. You love to play this game on streams? I do, yeah. I actually did the first one last month, I think. And who's dropping the lizard on me? Hiya, Nat. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. How you doing? I did actually play the first episode on stream a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks? Maybe a couple months ago. Time kind of bleeds into itself. I don't remember exactly. Yeah. You're a bit late today because long day. Well, I knew you were having a long day. I know you're still getting things ready for your husband and son's birthdays. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I'm doing all right. It is. I was just telling our new friend here, Mary, that it was a bit of a slow day, but oh, today is hubby's birthday. And that is very fair, Mary. I like both of those things. Story mode games are not my usual cup of tea, but I can't say that I've played a lot of them. For whatever reason, a lot of my friends like to see me play puzzle games. So that's whenever Steam sales come up, I end up picking a few of those up so they can watch me play and laugh at my struggles. What sort of puzzle games do you like? Or not puzzle games, sorry. What sort of story mode games do you like? Do you have any that you'd recommend? And also, Nat, thank you very much for coming in, even though you've had such a busy day. You know I always appreciate your presence. You are missed when you're not here? Red Dead Redemption 2, Dead by Daylight, and The Last of Us. Alright, cool. Do you consider Red Dead Redemption to be a story game? Like a story mode game? Because when I think of that, I think of... what's it called? I think of... games like the Minecraft story mode. Or I guess the Walking Dead story mode. I know that studio went bankrupt a while back, but that's what I think of when I hear story mode games. Okay, cool. Kidnapped today, so that means sleep time ends up being later. That is very fair, Nat. That is very fair. Oh, good. Last prawn suit fragment. I ended up having a little bit of a nap yesterday while Grim was on. I did it the good way where I had my coffee and then I slept and then I woke up refreshed after like 15-20 minutes. Didn't keep me up all night because I didn't sleep through the whole day. But I can absolutely see how that would be frustrating for you. Yeah. They are not always easy to get, but I was very fortunate to manage one yesterday. So Mary, you said you play Minecraft as well. Do you play with mods or unmodded? Because I love playing modded Minecraft. I think it is a lot of fun to do. Oh, also, there was something I wanted to do, Nat, while you're here. I wanted to show you one of the leviathans. It's not a scary one, it's just a cool one. It's not a scary one, it's just interesting. I just have to find it, and I'm not entirely sure where it is. I think it's somewhere out this way. Oh, good. Mary does like mods. What kind of mods do you like to play with, Mary? Do you like tech mods, magical mods, just ones that improve the world? These things are cool. They remind me of carnival rides. Also, the eye looks at you. Survival mode. Oh, okay, okay. Bad jelly, but look, they're so pretty. Look at the little bioluminescence and the zippy lights on the side. They're so pretty. Oh, I better repair my vehicle actually before I do anything else. Oh, my bad. The annoying thing is they will kind of sneak up on you. So if you're not paying attention like I am right now, they will very slowly come towards you if you're in their eyesight. And what would your idea be, Mary? Are you thinking graphics for my page? Because I am working on those. They're just a little slow. Well, thank you for the suggestion. I am working on them. They're in progress. They're just a little slow going. I do like doing my own art and things. Oh! Well, hello, Astro Luffy. Astro_Luffy07 just followed. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. How are you doing today? And well, that's an excellent thing, Mary. I'm glad you've been able to make a living on it for so long. You know, I can't at the moment, Mary. I certainly appreciate the hustle, but if you'd like to leave some contact details in the chat, I can always look at them later. I just don't like breaking the stream for too long to go look at things. Here we go. Check out the Leviathan, Nat. You like it? It is completely non-hostile. Yep. Here's something funny about it. It's actually got plants inside of it. And you can go... If I couldn't find the spiral clippings last time, I would have to go look for this thing. I just found them first. Oh, yeah, right. Hold on. I gotta get inside here first, because I gotta switch which battery has power. Okay, that works for me, Mary. There, that'll work. Okay. So check this out. We gotta use this. Gotta drink. I'll eat those later. You can actually go inside this thing, Nat. But you have to get in from down here in its butthole. And it looks super scary and intimidating and dangerous. Turns out, no. It's just like a giant open thing. Here we go. And then there's this little ecosystem inside. And there's like, here's the spiral plants that I was looking for. A couple other little things. And nothing else gets in from the outside. Yeah. It's a giant bubble plant type thing. And this is a Leviathan. It's a living creature. This is, I think, the coolest Leviathan they put in this game. And so I wanted to get your reaction to it. I think it's interesting. It is a neat thing. And since I know you're super scared of the depths in general here, I wanted you to see one that is completely not dangerous. And is just interesting. Right? Of course, the first time I saw it, I was terrified by it because I had no idea what it was. But you is a fair thing to say about it, to be honest. I will not judge you for saying but you. Alright, Mary. Now these I don't remember. Are these food? Can I eat these? I don't know. Anyway. I gotta get back to a safer zone because there should be an aggressive Leviathan around here too somewhere. And I don't want to run into him with all of my batteries drained. So we're gonna go back to base. Okay, Mary. I'll have a look at it later. Thank you for letting me know. Let's see. I am remarkably far away from everything else. One thing I am going to have to look for is I need to find another laser cutter fragment. Because I will eventually need to shut down a big transmitter sending data to Altera, and I do not have that quite yet. Food, here we go. Probably another, like, if I wanted to do it really quickly, as opposed to just enjoying the process and making the upgrades and things, probably within 2 hours. I could probably complete it next session if I really wanted to, but because I'm enjoying the process and getting upgrades and things, I'll probably take another 3 episodes. I'd say 3 episodes is probably good. Yeah. Nothing too long, but I think it'll last until the end of the week at least. And that's not just like stretching it out, because obviously I have lots of other games I could play. It's just, realistically, I think if I'm going at a relaxed pace and enjoying it, that'll be about how long it takes. Because part of what stretches the time out is these artifacts here. If you don't know where they are, you have to actually go and wait or accomplish certain things in order to get them to show up. And I just know where most of them are, so I don't have to wait for those time-based events to lead me along the storyline path. Nat is actually quite an artist. She has done much work. And her presence here is always greatly appreciated. Oh, you do excellent work, Nat. I have, in fact, great respect for the fact you have such a consistent style, because I've never really put effort into trying to make things uniform. I just kind of draw as I decide I would like to draw, which is fine. It just uh-oh. That shouldn't have been so easy to get out of. It just doesn't lead to much consistency, is what I'm trying to get at. It's more of a therapeutic drawing when I do it, rather than drawing with a purpose. Ooh, propulsion cannon. Okay, we're gonna steal this battery. I really should have just gone back and charged my batteries and things. That's true. They do say that art is suffering, so it's pretty fair that your suffering has paid off. My therapeutic style, where I just draw whatever I want, doesn't actually accomplish much for consistency's sake. That's a good idea, Nat. Industrial design is pretty good. Actually, that's insanely cool. Plus, I imagine with things like proportions and consistency, you're probably excellent with that. I can imagine you are really forced to think about things from all angles. I can't imagine why you wouldn't be excellent at that point. How do I get down there? Yeah. Hey look, it's a sea monkey. But it's a sea monkey baby. He's cute. Which is a shame, because the creatures themselves are super annoying for most of the game. How can I get down there? I know there is a way. I just don't remember where that way is. Is it through here? It might be through here. Yeah, this is the way. Okay. This is the way. You know, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan anymore. They really lost my interest with the sequels. Laser cutter, yay! They really lost my interest because of the sequel trilogies and a lot of the slop they were putting out as TV shows. But I did hear that The Mandalorian was really good, and all of the clips that I've watched of it seemed really entertaining. The ones with Baby Yoda. Like, it seemed to be the only decent piece of Star Wars media that I'd seen in, I don't know how many years at this point, ever since Disney took over and decided to trash everything else. That's fair. Baby Yoda's pretty cute. Or I guess, what is he name? He has a name. His name is, Grogu? Grogu. Yeah. And he is very cute. I like him a lot. Yeah. Where's my ship? There we go. Baby Yoda is a good name for him. We can't really argue that. I just like what a parent-child relationship they have, even though Grogu's probably significantly older than the Mandalorian. He's just 100% taking him on as an adoptive son. And I think that is super cute. Like I said, I haven't watched it either, but I've seen a lot of clips from it as I'm doom scrolling on YouTube. And most of the cute parts that I've seen are just the two of them interacting as like pseudo father and son. Yeah, the newer ones are not good. I think my favorite statement on that point is I saw somebody say, after watching the sequel trilogies, I now owe Jar Jar Binks an apology. I don't know if you've ever watched the prequel trilogy, but everybody hated Jar Jar. And there was this one YouTube video that I watched that completely changed my opinion on him. Because it is such convincing evidence that Jar Jar was supposed to be the original, like, manipulating Sith Lord. And because he was so universally hated by the fan base, they had to, in a very quick hurry, change what was going on, or change the villain. Which is why Count Dooku shows up out of nowhere and is just like, I am a villain now. Ha 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 ha. But it was shocking how convincing this video was. Like, the guy references stuff in the first movie that you wouldn't have really thought anything of. Like Jar Jar mouthing words behind Queen Amidala as she's saying them. Which, that can't be an accident. That can't be actor improvisation, right? It's CGI. They had to have intentionally done that. Or the weird physical abilities that he shows, the same as the Jedi as they're doing their forced jumps and things, that no other Gungan seems to be able to do. Or his insane luck. And the guy even referenced the original work that George Lucas used as inspiration, which had this guy who apparently had no magical power as the main character in a world where magic power was what determined your ability to survive. And then it turns out that his clumsiness was his magic power. It was insane luck that was just appearing to be clumsy in the process. And if Jar Jar was the one that was based on that character, then all of the clumsiness that he seems to show could just be the Force manifesting with him, right? Like the natural ways that he would get himself out of problems. It was such a convincing video. It was like 40 minutes long, but every time I go to watch it, I get so sucked in, like, I can't look away. The logic and the reasoning is so on point. It is the most convincing video I have ever seen. Yeah, it was incredible. If you ever want to see it, I can show it to you, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I don't think you'd care enough to watch it. I don't think it's even a deep dive conspiracy theory. I just think everything he said made total sense about setting Jar Jar up as the villain. And, like, the most convincing things for it... Yeah, I didn't think you would. But the most convincing things for it was the fact that Jar Jar was all CG. Nothing that he did could have been an accident. It all had to have been intentionally put in the video. And to me, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's a good point. That is a very good point. Here we go. And I know that means nothing. I'm just kind of talking about it because I'm busy focusing on what I'm doing here and needed something to talk about. That one just so happens to be a pretty easy way to talk about things. That's the wrong spot. You need to be in there. You need to be in there. Okay, there we go. Aerogel. Yeah. How are you holding up, by the way, Nat? I figure you're probably pretty exhausted after today. Yeah, I was telling Doug the other day, I am unfortunately good at talking to myself because I spent so long not having friends to talk to that if I wasn't able to hold a conversation in my own head, I probably would have gone nuts. Well, I'm glad the kiddo's sleeping well. That is an important thing. Do those. Hopefully he doesn't wake up in the middle of the night to bother you again. That is pretty fair. Did those completely stop now, or he just took a little break from them? Oh, nice. Oh, I'm super happy for you about that, because I know that must have been very frustrating. I can't imagine being forced to wake up at 5:30, because I remember what I was like at that age, and when I woke up, I wanted other people to be awake as well, so that I could go do things. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Before this cough developed, I worked at a place about a 40-minute drive away from me. So it took me a long time to get there, and work started at 7. So I was up at 6 every day, basically just rolling out of bed, making a coffee, and then hopping in my car to drive for almost an hour. And not super fun. Didn't like that. The one thing I can say is that most jobs in my city, like the average drive time is about 40 minutes between work and home, but at least I was just driving on open road without a lot of lights. I think I only had to pass like 2 to 4 lights total to get there, so it was just a straight shot of a lot of driving. which meant I just got to chill and listen to music for a while before I got there. But it was quite a journey. Yeah. It's not so bad, but there were downsides for sure. Oh, give me 1 sec. I just have to answer the phone here. Sit tight, please. My... Alright, sorry about that. I just got a phone call from my nephew. He wanted to come over and hang out, watch some anime with me today. But I told him I am busy for another 20 minutes or so, so I can finish up the stream. It's always nice. He's old enough now, and we share enough interests now that I can actually spend some time with him like that, which is really cool, because when he was younger, or when we didn't really have any hobbies and interests to share, I couldn't keep up with him energy-wise to go indulge in his interests. Like, I couldn't go to the park and play with him with the coughing fits. And I couldn't go dirt bike riding with him or whatever it was he wanted to do. So it's just kind of nice that now he has something kind of sedentary in the way of anime that we can watch together. Because I did want to spend time with him growing up, I just didn't really have the ability. And it's always nice having actual human interaction. For as much as I adore having you here, Nat, and Grim, and Doug, and everybody that comes to see me, it doesn't really replace, like, actual human interaction. That's a nice thing to have. Oh, heck yeah, it's a sweet thing. It is wonderful getting to have him here. Plus, I get to establish myself as the cool uncle. I share the interests, and I will watch things with him that his parents don't understand. Like his mom, my sister, likes to bug him about things, but there is something so frustrating about being teased about anime that it's ridiculous trying to get people not to do that. Like, I remember one time, for example, years and years back, I was still living with my parents, and so we had the computer in the family room, and I was watching anime on it, specifically Clanad. And in Clanad, the school uniforms that they wear are this like beige color for their jackets, and or maybe not beige, like cream color. And so my mom from across the room looks over at the computer screen, and what she sees in the process is those cream colored jackets, and the first thing she asks is, "Are they naked?" I'm like, "Mom, no! They are not naked. It's a school uniform. It's just a cream color." But the fact that I had to sit there and just wait for her to assume I'm watching some sort of porn is like, what is going on here? I was very happy when I could start watching in my room instead. And his mom does similar things, only she does it intentionally to annoy him. And so he likes being able to come over here where that judgment is not only not present, but where I can show him all of the cool things that he's missed over the years. Most recently, we've been watching a lot of Gurren Lagann, and he was kind of iffy about it because he was enjoying To Be Hero X a lot more. But now that we're about like 7 or 8 episodes in, he's asking to watch more Gurren Lagann instead, and I'm like, oh yeah, Now you're developing a sense of taste for games. And it's pretty cool being able to influence his tastes and be like, no, this is good. You just need to get a little further in. And then you're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Alright, there we go with that. Laser cutter, good. And I want to make the prawn suit too, because this will be helpful. Plasteel, power cell, enameled glass, and computer chip. That's not bad. I need a couple more of these, the ribbon plants. I'm gonna grab these two, and I should probably plant a few more. One second, please. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Did I just... I didn't know I could do that. Huh, that's interesting. So I just accidentally... I took some clippings from this creepvine plant, and I accidentally planted them, which I didn't know I could do. I thought I had to have the creepvine seed cluster. That is complete news to me. I was trying to eat them instead. I mean, it's not a problem. It's something new. I had no idea I could do that. I didn't know you could take clippings from it and replant it. That's cool, actually. That's really cool. It means I don't have to consume seeds or go looking for seeds to replant them. And that's huge. I'll be honest, that is huge. Because sometimes looking for a seed plant takes a long time. So we're going to try and make our prawn suit today. I should be able to do that within the next 10 to 15 minutes, which should be before the end of the stream. Oh no, I need lead. Okay, we're gonna have to go find lead really quickly, because I don't think I have any. Yeah, I'm out of lead. Okay. That's not a huge problem. We just need to go down a little bit and find some more galena. How did your day go, by the way, Nat? I don't think I actually asked. I know it was a busy day, but did everything go well for you? Anything particularly fun or exciting done today? It went fine, ... doesn't sound like fine. Okay. Well, that's fair. That's fair. I have mentioned it before, but I don't really do birthdays, so... Good, we found lead. So, it's never really been a big issue for me, but I understand as life goes on, it becomes harder for people to party. And, for personal reasons I don't really want to get into on stream. I just don't want it to turn contentious for any reason. But, yeah, it's just, we'll say it's for personal reasons. And it's the same reason that I won't do any, like, holiday-themed things. Like, I won't do Halloween or Christmas or Valentine's Day or anything like that. I will just be here, and I will be available for anyone that might be lonely on those days. Because I know for a lot of people that don't have family or don't have places to go, sometimes just a sense of community can make those times a lot more bearable for them. It can be a much nicer experience to just have a place to be and people to be with, even if it's just online, you know? So I am absolutely okay to be online during those times. 3, 4, 5. In fact, one of the, I think I might have told you this story, but one of the advantages or perhaps disadvantages of not celebrating holidays like that is one time years back, I was working as a security guard, and so I had no issue at all working on Christmas Day. But Christmas Day is one of those things where the entire mall is closed. So there's only like 2 or 3 people in the entire mall, which is me and 2 other security guards just taking turns patrolling every hour or so, and then the rest of the day we're just kicking back and chatting. But walking through an abandoned mall is so unnecessarily terrifying. Like, as an experience, 0 out of 10, would not recommend. If you think playing a horror game is scary, where you're safe in your room and there's nothing that's actually going to happen, you just, you know, enjoying it on the screen in comfort, that's one thing. But when you're actually walking down abandoned corridors of a mall with the lights off, and you're hearing the sounds of your own footsteps echoing as you're going through the back rooms to make sure nobody's doing things from the back access, and then you go back into the main area, and all of a sudden you're inundated with the terrifying sounds of Mariah Carey's Christmas songs echoing through the day. Like, it's a scary thing. It is so unnecessarily terrifying. It is unnerving beyond belief. In Brazil, when you go to late night movies, you end up having to walk through the mall practically empty. It's creepy. Yes, okay, so think about that, but also they're still playing Christmas songs and all of the lights are off and all of the doors are closed. And you know that no one should be there. But you're also walking through all of the back access corridors where the locked doors are, where they load products into the store, where the storage rooms are. So all of these like narrow, confined spaces you would find in a horror game. And it is just so terrifying. I am not sad to be gone from that job. Yeah, no thank you is a very good way to put that. Not my favorite experience to recount, but I'm glad I can recount it. Let's see, computer chip. Okay, and just in case, I'm going to save here. Good. Save game. Excellent. We've gotten lucky so far, Nat. Not one crash this game. Woohoo. I feel like it's been close a couple of times, but we didn't, and I'm happy about that. Now, prawn suit. Yay for no crashes. Yay for no crashes making me lose half an hour's progress. Hooray. Get in. Oh. No, stop going so far down. There we go. Okay, okay. My base is over here. Okay, good. I definitely organized things a little bit differently than I should have, which is not great. But we'll make do. We will make do. Okay. So next episode, because we are like 5 minutes off, next episode I'd like to actually get this moon pool built. That way we can put the we can put our little prawn suit in there, because it needs a home. And yeah, we'll continue on from there. So I think we'll cut the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Nat, as always, I appreciate your presence. It's great to have you, and it was nice to have someone to talk to for a while. And yeah, let me see if we can find a... Yeah, let me see if I can find a raid real quick. I don't know who is online. Back to Twitch. Nobody is online, so I am going to... Actually, Nat, do you need the points? Okay, I'll just end it for today. Fair enough. In that case, have a nice day, and I will see you next time. Hopefully. Sleep well, Nat.